guys, IKhanWhisper here, back with another video game sale ramble. A lot of good sales right now, coming into the weekend, and a lot of Halloween sales starting up. So first up on Epic, we have Costume Quest 2 and Layers of Fear 2. So this one's like a little RPG, and this one's a horror game. I didn't actually play the first one, or the second one yet, but, you know, it's spooky game season, so we're gonna have a lot of options, and be in the mood maybe to play some of them. So that just started being free yesterday, these two. And then coming up towards the end of the month, there's going to be Blair Witch, which looks pretty cool. I would play that. And Ghostbusters, the video game remastered. So I think that one's a 4-player co-op. So that could be interesting. And okay, and I did pull that up. They have a Halloween sale as well. Borderlands 3, Civ 6, Red Dead Redemption 2, 40% off, and SnowRunner. Not very spooky, any of those. World War Z is pretty fun. That's pretty much like Left 4 Dead, but you know, it has that zombie like stacking behavior like in the movie. So you'll be on like a building and they'll just make like a human tower and get up over it, which is pretty cool. So I've had some fun with that one. 60% off. Mortal Shell. Is that like a makes me think Dark Souls just on how it looks, but it might be more of an RPG. I'm not sure. Graphics look interesting. A lot of diversity of characters. Cool. I don't know too much about that one. Remnant from the Ashes. That's a good one. Half off right now on here. Controls got good reviews, 30% off. Outer Worlds half off. I'm still playing through the Peril on Gorgon, yeah. DLC, that's pretty good so far. So that got me to come back and play that. Grand Theft Auto 5, half off. Civ 6, we saw earlier, but 75% off. Rainbow Six Siege, only $8 right now. That game has only gotten better over time, I think. It's in a much better state than when it came out. Star Wars Jedi Fallen Order half off. That's taken a bit to get down to some good percentages of sales off, or percentage off, but it's half off now. 30% off Death Stranding. Doesn't seem like a game I would like based on people's criticisms of it, but I know a lot of people would probably enjoy that. Metro Exodus, $16. I still need to go back and finish that. I love that series, and I don't know, I just got out of playing it for a bit, and it's on my to-do list. I'll get back to that and let you guys know. For Honor Starter Edition, I'm not sure what all that entails, but it's 60% off. Ancestors, the Handsome Collection of Borderlands, Killing Floor 2, 67% off. Outward seemed like a interesting fantasy RPG, survivally, crafty. One that's 60% off. The Jackbox Party Pack 3, 35% off. Looks like a few of those bundles. Or 30 to 45% off. Totally reliable delivery service is super fun. 40% off here. Just crazy, goofy physics-based little delivery tasks and stuff you're doing. It's pretty fun. Lots of vehicles. Some of the other metros here are super cheap. If you enjoy shooters and post-apocalyptic stuff and good stories, I always recommend giving these a shot, especially the Redux versions, and especially for so cheap. Overcooked is fun. Into the Dungeon, 40% off. So we have just a lot of good games right now. Torchlight 2, I've had a lot of fun with that back in the day. If you like Diablo style action RPGs and stuff. Alan Wake's a solid game as well. Really enjoyed the story on that. 75% off. Just a ton of. There's the first Layers of Fear for almost $6. Bad North is a fun little game. Kingdom New Lands. Moonlighter's got just a ton of good games. If you like programming, Human Resource Machine is a fun little game. Little Inferno is a chill one. Remember years back now doing a video on the channel for that. So yeah, just a lot of good options here. So we won't go through them all, but let's just see how long we can keep scrolling. Oh, actually not very long, but Amnesia Machine for Pigs is $2. State of Decay 2 is super fun. Only 30% off. But it is a Juggernaut edition, so whatever that includes with it. More of the Jackbox stuff. Super fun. Easy to play remotely over Discord, by the way. Alright, we will continue our quest here. We have a lot of ground to cover. Not too much to say on this, but I thought I'd bring it to your guys' attention. All the Hitman series, IO Interactive, all their games are on sale on Steam, which, surprisingly, I've never played a Hitman game before. These ones are all, these are just their classics. But, yeah, it looks like they made all Hitman and Freedom Fighters, and I super enjoyed Freedom Fighters on the PS2. I never played it since it's come to Steam, but I really enjoyed it back in the day. I played through it, I don't know, at least like 3 times, I think, but it's fun. Also on Steam here, a lot of Steam ones coming up, but a Tomb Raider sale going on. I forget exactly why, if there's even a reason. Maybe they're just on sale, but which ones are Lara Croft Go, or Lara Croft Rise of the Tomb Raider, 75% off. Tomb Raider, 80% off. And I think it's mainly just those 3. And some select, like, DLCs. I think, yeah, a couple other ones. So, those are pretty fun games, at least. I've never played Go, but the other 2, these 2, pretty solid games, well received. This one, it is 30% off, but I just kind of wanted to talk about it. I don't think I would get it. I think, for me, Stardew Valley kind of scratches that Harvest Moon itch. But, this is, so, I just want to talk about, like, the story of this, because I found it interesting, but I think, like, Marvel, or they made Marvel's Inc., but I don't Exceed Games or something. Or maybe it was Marveling Inc. And they created Exceed Games. But either way, this company was the one who was originally making Harvest Moon. And they made the original one, and Friends of Mineral Town, and a bunch of other ones. So this is, I think, pretty much a remake and improvement and enhancement of that Friends of Mineral Town game, which I think was on, the Game Boy Advance, maybe? Can't really remember. I think I did have that one, though. So you'll notice it has, a similar art style. That looks like the dude from the first Harvest Moon. The art style has changed a little bit. But, pretty similar here. It does look like an old school Harvest Moon game. But they lost the rights from their publisher Natsume to use the Harvest Moon game, and they actually sold that to another one, which is making this. This is the official Harvest Moon series now, is what they look like. This looks like absolutely nothing like Harvest Moon. It looks like a Flash game or a quickly made mobile game. And that makes me sad, but yeah, Natsume is still publishing that, and they got some other company to continue making it, so. And that one's not on sale. I just wanted to talk about the situation there now. This is like the original people still making Harvest Moon. But Stardew Valley has scratched that this kind of genre itch for me personally. But if you give this a shot, let me know how Harvest Moon games are doing after all this time. Or sorry, the other one, the actual developers, not this one. But you can tell me if you played this one too. I mean, it does have surprisingly positive views. But there are some, like this guy saying that it's not the original developer, so there's some of that in there. What are we gonna be today? Let's be 2000. We won't be 2000. We're just saying we're born in 2000. But I want to play this at some point soon as well. Maybe probably with some friends. Yeah, seems super fun. It's half off right now. I think it was in Game Pass, but only for console, which was a little bit disappointing. If it was for PC, I could have convinced more people to play. Lately, I've just been doing more single-player games from Game Pass on Xbox, and then playing the co-op ones on PC that are available with people. But yeah, pretty good. I think the last DLC came out fairly recently, right? I think they might be done with it now, but I haven't played it. Just following it in the gaming news. What the Golf? This one looks super fun. And I think it just launched is what this is about. It came out of early access. Oh, it has a level editor. That's interesting. But yeah, it's just golf, except very unexpected. Golf in a house, golfing the player, golf in a chair, an egg. That seems super fun. Oh yeah, that was like a super hot level. Super putt. So, I love what they've done here. It looks super fun to play. There's a lot of interesting concept. They had like that Guitar Hero. So, that's cool. GTFO. Like a hardcore shooter, horror type game, 4-player co-op. I've never played it myself, but my friend was telling me about it, and he said it is pretty hardcore, pretty punishing. You have to go down, I don't know, through a bunch of, die, you are all the way back at the beginning. But it sounds cool. Looks fun. And that is 20% off. Still early access. I didn't know that. Octopath Traveler is 50%. One of my friends let me know about that earlier in the week. I think like maybe Wednesday or something, that went up on sale. Heard a lot of good things about it. It looks interesting. And I loved Final Fantasy games back in the day. I'm not sure how the progression of this one works or how it is really, but I don't know if I would want to play like because a lot of these like old school like Final Fantasy type like JRPG ones just at some point, usually back in the day in like the PS1 era, like 7 through 9 games, which I think of like as like the golden era for me, but a Final Fantasy, like once you get like that fourth disc, maybe even that late third disc, it just gets really grindy where you just have to power level for a long time between being able to tackle stuff. So I don't know if it has that where it just kind of bogs down and gets grindy. Even played Lost Odyssey, which was a super good game on the 360, and that got to a point like that in the game too. Usually when they like open up, like they have like a linear story that you're more or less kind of on for like 3/4 of the game, and then they like open up and you're like you can go anywhere in the world, but also better gain like 35 levels before this next fight on your own. But I haven't played one in a long time. So, if this is super good and I should try it out, let me know. Especially if it's on like Xbox One or something. I don't know if it is, but might be more likely to play it. But I have heard good things. It looks cool. Half off. This page looks really interesting and cool. The Steam Digital Tabletop Fest, 21st to the 26th. So we're like halfway into it now, and I didn't even hear about it until just now. But a bunch of tabletop-y, card gamey type games here are mellow. Oh, it's an interesting one. Never actually played it with people though, but I got it on super sale, or maybe it might actually been included in a Humble Bundle. Pretty interesting though. There's that new Game of Thrones one. Is that actually out now? Yeah, I guess it is. And I said we would check back in with how the reviews are. 80% seems pretty good. I'd have to look into how it works, but I usually, I like strategy games, so that might be something for me. It's not on sale though. Tainted Grail. Still early access, but I've looked at that before. It seems interesting. Yeah, there are a lot of sales in here. I'm not sure why Civ 6 is in here. I wouldn't really call it a board game, but yeah, maybe it does kind of have some similar elements where I guess you could technically turn it into a board game. I don't know. It just seems odd that that's the first one. Yeah, Warhammer 2. That's okay. I think they're just lumping random strategy games into here. Tabletop Simulator, Frostpunk. I think they actually did make like a Frostpunk board game. That sounds vaguely familiar. Oh, Vermintide 2, 75% off. That's super fun. I was just playing it last night because they added their seasonal pub crawl level 6th year anniversary since they made Vermintide or something. So if you do that weekly seasonal event level right now, you get a like a shark helmet hat thing, like a megalodon for Fat Shark. Company that makes it. So a lot of other games in there. Slay the Spire's good. XCOM's good. A lot of interesting ones in here. You can keep going through there. A lot of interesting stuff. Alright, let's take a look at some of these week-long deals. Hell Let Loose. Isn't that like World War II online multiplayer game? Gang Beasts is half off. That's super fun. So, weird little wacky fighting game. Golf with Your Friends is 33% off. I don't know too much about that one. Desolate. Let me take a gander at that one. What is this one? First person horror survival. I mixed horror and survival into one word there. Form a research team with up to 4 players and explore an open world filled with mysteries and unsolved questions. I don't know that I heard too much about that. Oh yeah, what's going on with Stone Shard? Did a video with that a long time ago. I messed around in the little world that they were developing there for a while as they added to it, but I haven't checked in like all of this year. Didn't this come out like last year? Oh no, it was at the beginning of this year, just before things got crazy, so it seems like it's a lifetime ago now. I'd be interested to check in with this. So they haven't done the campaign yet, so I assume it's still just you pick. I hope they added in character creation, because when I was playing they just had the 3 presets for you to pick. Caravan, they haven't implemented that yet. That's a big one. New content. Devotion. Okay. Yeah, I would play it again if they added in character creation. I'll have to see what they have done. Not on sale, just satisfying my curiosity. Singularity. That's a pretty fun one. I think that's the Russia EU one, right? That kind of messed up time. Yeah, this one's pretty fun. Played that way back in the day. Yeah, like 2010. Pretty fun game. 75% off, by the way, I didn't mention that. What is Kingdoms? A procedural medieval RPG. Interesting. Warsaw, I think I got that. There's some bundle, I haven't tried it yet, but it looks fun. What else do we have here? There's ones that I've seen before. Comedy night is a weird, interesting concept for a video game. You just get up and do stand up in a group of people that are the crowd until they're on stage. So I'll let you guys keep going down here if you are interested, but as always there's Time Shift still. Only half off after all this time. But a lot of games on sale. But we have a lot of ground to cover still. Europa Universalis 20th anniversary. So that means, I think sometime recently, I don't think anymore, but it was on like a free-to-play. Oh no, it still is. I just didn't read. So it's still, you can try it out is just a handful, I think. I think there's more than this, but I don't know. I've played it a bit. I definitely don't have all the DLC, though. So, that's cool. Moving on to GOG, but not moving on from Europa Universalis. You can get the second one, which, I don't know what, I have actually not played that one, but you can get it for free for another day on GOG. Yeah, definitely looks a bit more dated. I've never played this one. I've only played 3 and 4. But you can grab it free and give it a shot, or maybe you played it back in the day and want a little bit of a nostalgia trip. You have that option there. You'll have to see what the reviews are of Amnesia Rebirth. That just came out. The Daedalic games are on sale. I'm gonna wait until Baldur's Gate, I think, comes out completely. I'll wait for the full story to be available and everything before just playing through part of it. They got a Paradox Grand Strategy sale. What was this? This series is coming out, I think, with another one that's like surviving the apocalypse. I think that's what it's called. It looked interesting. What's that one? I don't shop on GOG too much anymore. Got Mutant Year Zero, Technomancer, which I played for a couple minutes and didn't really get into. But, yeah, I don't think there's any like Halloween big sale or anything going on yet on GOG. Midweek Madness for Sniper Elite. Get the complete pack for $25. That's not bad. Or buy individual ones for less. All of them are pretty good games. I've enjoyed all of them. Had a lot of fun with their, I think it's them, the spin-off Zombie Army Trilogy. What games have they made back in the day? Judge Dredd, Rogue Trooper, remember that one? There's that Nazi zombie army. Oh, they made Aliens vs. Predator, the classic 2000. I really like this one, actually. Is that on sale individually? No. Sniper Elite. Alright, moving on. Orient, the Will of the Wisps. 33% off. Heard good things about that. Yeah, look, 96 and 95% positive. Don't see ratings that high too often. Got all these reviews on here from, you know, IGN, Destructoid, all your big ones, and some other ones that I've never heard of before. Oh, Screen Rant, interesting. They have a funny YouTube channel with the, if it's the same people I assume, but the Screen Rant pitch meeting that covers movies in funny ways. This is a good one for Halloween. We have on Humble Bundle the Thrills and Chills bundle. On the $1 tier you have Pacify and Distraint 2. I think I'm more interested in co-op ones to play with friends, so I think Pacify is co-op. The latter I haven't heard of. It's a visual novel. Desolate is co-op. Dark, Blood Fresh Supply. So the tier is $9.35. The Blackout Club looked pretty cool. I think that one's a co-op one. Layers of Fear 2, but you can get that free on Epic. Dusk, and I think that's the top tier. But it had some of them. I'll let you know how it is. Would we say we were 2,000, right? Oh, I don't like it, but that definitely is what I picked. Steam just might remember, but that was Rise, Son of Rome, and I think it was down to like $2 or something, or $2.99, something like that. So if you like action games like that, or kind of like, I don't know, maybe God of War or something similar to compare it to, with the combat and the quick time events, and in a fun Roman setting, then that's a good option for how cheap it is. Origin has a Halloween sale going on as well on all their titles. So you got 70% off Battlefield 5. Star Wars Squadrons, which just came out, was half off. Jedi Fallen Order, half off. There's a Sims 4 Star Wars thing. Interesting. Battlefront 2, half off. Pretty much everything half off, actually. Most things. Dead Space 3, half off. Inquisition. Rainbow Six, 67% off. And some other titles here as well, you know, Origin, Odyssey. Or Origins, I guess. I feel like I've been just saying Origin for a long time. Or maybe just not thinking about it. Probably that one. I feel like Racing Games Burnout Paradise is super fun. So, they might be on sale on Steam as well, since now all these games are there too. So, you can keep an eye out for that. This isn't video games, but if you enjoy audiobooks, there are quite a few in the Warhammer Fantasy and 40k universe. Got whatever these ones are in the $1 tier. In the $10 tier, that gets you some of the fantasy books. Definitely seen a couple of these in bookstores, although I've only been to a bookstore like once this year. And I haven't been reading as many Warhammer 40k books as I usually do. I should change that though. It's weird. I usually, as part of my gym time, like I'll lift and maybe do a treadmill or some other stuff for a bit, and then I'll just do part of it on like an exercise bike usually, and that was where I was reading the most actually. I'll just be on an exercise bike like reading for a long time afterwards. But yeah, I haven't been really in a gym for most of this year because they've been closed and I just haven't gone back afterwards. So I've been doing other stuff, but I should get back to reading, just make some set time for it. That's why I haven't done too many of the Warhammer 40k book collection videos like I had been doing pretty regularly. But in the $18 tier, you have a good collection here of 40k books. I've read these two before, For the Emperor and First and Only. I've read, I think, at least most of the Gaunt's Ghost series. I like Dan Abnett. And I think at this point I have read all of the Caiaphas or Caiaphas, however you pronounce that, Kane series by Sandy Mitchell. And I really like that. Both of these are good. Solar War looks like it's definitely in the Horus Heresy series there by the artwork. I think I might say the Horus Heresy above that and then Siege of Terror. So that's cool. But it's nice that these are all audiobooks. I don't really like ebooks. And I've only listened to a couple audiobooks, but I'd rather do that. So that's kind of cool option that I wanted to let you guys know about. Halloween sale on Humble Store as well. Metro Exodus on there, 7 Days to Die, that's been in early access a long time, I feel like. Carrion is a fun little stuff. I guess that's Fear 1 through 3. I'm a fan of the Fear series. I played through it again, Fear 3, with a friend recently. It's pretty fun. It's not great, but it's pretty good. It's fun. Got some Tomb Raiders also on sale. Is that lower than what we saw earlier? $2? I don't remember. Maybe it's the same. Dead Island Riptide. Dead by Daylight. I haven't played that, but I am playing more games that are similar to that. It seems like something my friend group would do. Recently we've played In Silence and like Sound of Silence or something, and Phasmophobia and a couple other ones. But we've been into spooky co-op games recently. But a lot of other games down here. King of Dragon Pass is fun. Kinda wanted to do a random video or two of that at some point. Been meaning to for a long time, but haven't gotten around to it. Alan Wake's in here. There's a lot of cool games, just a lot on sale that we couldn't keep scrolling forever. So Metro Exodus, the Soul Reaver game, super fun. Yeah, so a lot of options there. I'll let you guys go through that, because I'm gonna have to wrap this up in a minute here, but let's just check the... Oh yeah, this one. I hadn't heard of this before. It's in early access now, but another World War I shooter. Looks super fun by the trailer here. Look at that. I doubt your actual games would look like that, since unless they filled it with bots, but it says 50v50 people. But yeah, it looks good in the trailer, but when you're actually playing a game, you don't normally just have 50 people just charging machine gun nest like that. But it's cool looking. The graphics are awesome. And I like the World War I setting of Left 4 Dead and Battlefield 1. So that's cool. I'm gonna keep an eye on that one. Now let's just see what we got here. Dunstarv franchise. I don't know how I missed that one in bringing it up earlier. Dunstarv is a lot of fun, and they've come out with a lot since I've played it last. I think Shipwrecked was coming out the last time, or I stopped playing a bit before then, maybe. I'm not sure what Hamlet is, but here's more games that they've made. Some of them, I guess just that first one also on sale. Oh yeah, Fallout 76, I think. I thought for a bit they were doing like a thing where you could play it for free, but that may be over. Nope, it's still on. Play for free. 3 days more on that. You can play Fallout 70. I haven't played it actually since it has NPCs, human NPCs added. So let me know how that is and if it's worth going back and messing around with it. But all your other Fallout games also on sale here. Super cool. You got Remnant from the Ashes there. We already saw those two. That Octopath Traveler. We saw Civ 6. Oh look, I didn't think that would be on the home page, but we talked about it there. Destiny 2 on sale, 35% off. And what is in? We'll go through. It looks like we've seen all this already. So I guess we will stop it there. Like I said at the beginning, just a lot of good sales heading into the weekend and coming up on Halloween. So hope you just like hearing from you guys.